Hello and welcome to Unacademy IAS. The government of India has announced increased duties on imported gold into India. Let's decode this announcement. Before I start, here is a very important announcement. Right now, the Unacademy IAS courses are available at a discounted price of 17,999. Use the code IAS English to get the discounted price and also get an extension of up to 6 months free of cost. Those interested in enrolling, check out the details by clicking on the link provided in the description below. Let me start the discussion. India is one of the largest consumers of gold. But out of the total gold that is consumed in India, hardly 1 to 2% is domestically produced. More than 90% of this is imported into India. And in the last one and a half year, the prices of the gold in the international market have been increasing. As a result of this, the value of the gold that has been imported into India also has been increasing. Now, what are the problems if we import more and more gold? When you're importing more gold, one, it will contribute to increase in trade deficit. That is essentially the difference between value of imports and value of exports. You are importing more compared to exports. It will contribute to increase in the current account deficit. And when there is a deficit, the Reserve Bank of India doesn't have any option but to supply the dollars essentially to ensure sufficient dollars are available in the market. This is official sale of Forex reserves. And when RBI will conduct this particular official sale, this will also have an impact on Forex reserves. And when you keep on importing, you need to make a payment in terms of dollars. So the demand for the dollars in the forex market keeps on increasing. This will lead to the higher demand for dollars and higher supply of rupees. This will put a lot of pressure on the value of rupee. And in the last 1 year, what has been the problem? One of the most important problems affecting the Indian economy, that is the rupee value has been falling. Rupee has been losing value against the dollar. So have a look at all of these particular problems. When you keep on importing more and more gold, all these are the associated problems with the gold. And one more very important fact that you need to understand, in the last 1 year, that is between financial year 25 to financial year 26, just observe what has been the import of volume or the quantity of the gold that has been imported. The quantity of the gold that has been imported in terms of tons, it has actually come down. But because the market prices in the international market, the market prices of the gold, because they have been very high, the value of the gold that we have imported has suddenly increased. All these are the problems that the government of India is aware of, and that is the precise reason. Couple of days ago, the Prime Minister of India made 7 appeals to all the Indians. And one of the 7 appeals was that we should reduce the demand for non essential gold for the next 1 year. Following that, now the government of India has announced increased duties on the gold. Now let's understand what are the components in the duties. Until now, the duty that was applicable on the import of the gold was 6%. This has two components: the basic customs duty of 5% and agriculture infrastructure development cess of 1%. This has been increased now to 15%, and this rate of 15% is applicable for gold as well as silver. Out of 15%, 10% will be the basic customs duty, and the remaining 5% will be agriculture infrastructure development cess. The government of India simply wants the gold imports, the cost of that to increase so that the aggregate demand for the gold will be controlled. And with that, whatever problems we have discussed earlier, which are associated with the imports of the gold, to a certain extent, these problems will be under control in the coming days. These are the important points. One more very important point, please make a note of this. India is a net importer, which means out of the total, or when you compare the value of imports as well as the value of exports, the value of imports is very high compared to value of exports. And when you look at the value of imports and you break down what are we importing, the largest value within the imports, the largest import bill is of crude bill or crude oil. And after crude oil, the second largest imported item into India is in fact gold. It is in fact gold. So it is not just the idea of increasing the customs duties. The government of India very well knows that the imports of the gold accounts for one of the largest components within the import bill. Now, is this kind of a policy going to work out? What are the issues? Let me address those as well. Historically speaking, government of India has used this kind of a policy of increasing taxes or the customs duties on the imports, especially for precious commodities such as the gold. But has it always worked out? There is some problem here because we Indians, what we do is we purchase gold for multiple reasons. We purchase gold because it is one of the investments for us. We purchase gold because there is a social symbol or social status associated with this. We purchase gold because we basically believe that when you purchase gold on certain days, that is on auspicious days, it is good for all of us. So there are multiple reasons citing which we purchase gold. And what has been seen historically, whatever the price could be, if even if the prices are higher in the market, there is a huge demand for the gold because of these particular reasons. In addition to this, in the current, let's say last 1.5 year, the demand for the gold in India has remained elevated because the central banker is also purchasing gold. Lot of investors are also purchasing gold in addition to the households, which generally end up purchasing huge quantity of the gold. This is one very important concern that we need to look at in association with the announcement. Second very important concern is with the government of India increasing the duties from 6% to 15%. Now the imports of the gold will become very costly. This might activate the grey market. This might basically activate the grey market. Essentially, lot of smugglers will look at this as an opportunity. They will try to smuggle gold through different routes into India. So these are some of the issues which are associated with the announcement of government of India regarding the gold. Now finally, if you are an investor, you want to invest in the gold. Are there any other alternatives for you apart from physical gold? There is an investment opportunity for you in the form of electronic gold receipts. Very recently, SEBI has given the approval for National Stock Exchange to launch electronic gold receipts. So far, BSE was given the approval. Back in the year 2022, it was launched. Now, NSE also has been given the approval. What is the basic idea of electronic gold receipts? Here, the importers will bring in the gold. They will keep the gold with a vault. Now, the instruments, because there's a physical gold, on the physical gold that is stored, they will issue the instruments in the market. The minimum unit that they're allowed to issue is 100 mg of the electronic gold receipts, and it will keep on going up to 1 kilogram. You, instead of purchasing the physical gold and storing with yourself, you can essentially invest and purchase electronic gold receipts. And if you want to redeem it, you can go to the respective vault and get the gold. So this is one investment opportunity apart from the physical gold. Second investment opportunity is ETF, exchange traded funds, gold ETFs. The gold ETFs essentially are the instruments, financial instruments, which are issued by mutual funds. If you want to invest in them, yes, right, you can invest, you can trade the ETFs just like you can trade the electronic gold receipts. This is the second type of investment opportunity. Third type of investment opportunity, although right now government of India is not doing this, earlier the government of India used to issue multiple rounds or multiple tranches of the sovereign gold bond, SGB. Right, government of India back in the 2016 started issuing the sovereign gold bonds. The basic idea was these particular bonds will represent the physical gold prices in the market. and you are allowed to trade after certain time period. You are also allowed to basically trade, redeem these particular sovereign gold bond. Right? So this was one of the investment opportunities that was available earlier, but the government of India, after realizing that the gold prices have been increasing very, very fast, has not issued sovereign gold bonds for the last couple of years. And the fourth one, which is being demanded by a lot of these jewelry makers now, is gold monetization. Gold monetization. They are demanding that the government of India should restart the concept of gold monetization scheme. So these are the other types of alternatives that are available for investors if they want to invest in the gold, but not in physical gold, but the digital form of the gold. So these are certain things I wanted to discuss with you people regarding the announcement of Government of India to increase the customs duties from 6% to 15%. What are your thoughts regarding the announcement of Government of India? Do let me know. And I'm pretty sure this is not the end of the reforms or the policy measures that will be undertaken by the government to address the problems which are faced by the Indian economy because of the war in West Asia. In fact, today, the government cabinet is supposed to meet and also discuss what other measures should be undertaken by the government to address the problems faced by Indian economy. If you have got the benefit of the discussion that I've done until now, do not forget to hit the like button. If you're yet to join the Unacademy IAS YouTube channel, kindly do it right now. Thank you. Have a great day.